They were
Cinema,
safe.
don't expect like a cinema masterpiece. Like
Yeah.
like no, you know what you came here. Like you came here after watching like freaking Evangelion and Neverland and all that, Promise Neverland. Like you came here to be like, you know what? I kind of need to relax. You know,
Yeah,
You
you
know
cool
what?
down and
You
leave with a
do
smile.
need. You know what? You do need
you
like a
do.
rest anime. Like
Oh,
you know,
no. Always. Every season
Derby.
you need one.
You do. I think
Absolutely.
2020. Me and Derby, we always go back and forth. My
Yeah.
roommate is a cat. That's a
Yeah,
real
it's
drop.
so
Oh my god.
Real
Yeah.
quick, real
I
quick.
know there's a manga called A Man and His Cat, and I can't wait till they make that one. Oh,
I'm gonna read that,
When it comes to
but
cats,
my
when it comes to
roommate as a
cats,
cat was so fucking adorable.
I
yeah.
love
Oh,
it. I have that sweater. I have that sweater. I'm not even
oh
gonna
god.
hold you. And it's my mom's sweater. So that's why I resonated with my because that sweater that he's wearing, that's the last thing his parents ever gave him before real light spoiler, before what happened.
Yeah, I
And
like
the
how
way
anime
I
is
got the
fun now.
same sweater, and man, it's like who owns who? The cat owns him or he owns the cat? Like you don't know. You don't know. It's
The
lovely.
cat, we all know, real cat owners know the cat owns the human.
Of course.
Like,
Of course, of course.
like
Especially when you
That is
bring
what
me a
I've
little
heard.
food for me to eat because you know I'm about to pass out right in this book. Yeah, you
yeah,
own me. You got it.
yeah,
You take
you
me
got
for a
it.
walk. It's all right. So we finished Elf Bride. I call it Elf Bride because the title was too long. You would have thought it was an isekai.
Facts.
But you know what? Bree picked one because you know that was her favorite. Regardless, she picked Elf Bride. So I think we should just go into since we already picked one that didn't have the best animation. Let's give credit to where animation really thrived, and I'm okay. So if you guys don't know, I am editing right now my podcast. So if you can just let me know if you can actually hear what's going on. So it's just a sneak peek of what we're talking about from the last episode, and I'm on crunch time because this episode got to be released in damn yeah it had to be released like yesterday. So let me know if you guys can hear me on both platforms. I don't know, like I'm on TikTok on my phone, I'm on Restream. So let me know if you guys can hear me. To be quite honest with you guys, if you are on Instagram and you are watching this, I can't see any of your comments. So you would have to at least go to my other platforms. Like I'm live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and is that Twitter? X? Yeah. So let me know if you can hear me. So yeah. Let me know if you can hear me. I want to talk to you guys. I gotta be up late anyway. So any suggestions of what animes you guys are watching? What you guys are looking forward to for the summer anime? Because I think we're still into the spring anime right now. So just tap in. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Oh, thank you for the likes. Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me see. Cause if you're on, I know this is like a lot of work for you guys to be like, oh man, I'm on Instagram listening to her. Now she want me to do this. Bitch. I know you're like, log into my existing. No. Let me see. Girl, This is a hot mess. Like, I don't even know how to log in my other Instagram account. Because I have another one that's BK something. Kaiju number 8 has been talked about a lot. I only read, but I hear the anime is going crazy. Kaiju number 8 is definitely really, really, really good. Thank you for the likes. I've read the first 8 chapters. I've been hooked ever since. I didn't think it was going to get picked up because I was reading it like maybe like 3 years ago. I read it. I don't know why I dropped it. The art is beautiful. Story is great. It's kind of new. It's not new. I like the fact that we can get to watch anime where it has nothing to do with children. This is like a 35-year-old man who's trying to get his life together and just go in the path that he promised him and his friend. So I think that's like so dope to see. And being, a woman in my 30s, I appreciate that a lot. So I like Kaiju number 8. I could resonate with it because a lot of people will tell you, oh, you over, especially being in your 30s and loving anime. There's a lot of people that'll tell you, oh, that's that kid stuff. You should drop it. I got a whole podcast built around just doing what you love to do, which is, love your fandom, love your art, and talk about what you love without anybody silencing you. So I can definitely resonate with Kaiju number 8. I think Kaiju number 8 is you in your 30s too? Oh, baddies. I appreciate that. I love when people, strong women are not afraid to tell people their age. It's really dope. So if you're watching right now, I'm actually on my Restream account. I don't have enough followers on TikTok to actually have my Restream account connected to this. If you could see right now, I'm actually editing. I have my monitors here, and I'm editing the latest episode that we did. I really hate editing when it comes to podcasting. So I try to change different angles and try to take say if we're talking about a certain anime, I like to take clips from that anime and incorporate that in the episode. But the problem about that is that there are some takes. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate you. There's some things that you put on, like certain clips that you'll take from an anime and you put it on the episode, and then YouTube is like, this ain't yours, so you can't use it. And that's kind of frustrating. The one thing I do like is that we use Spotify podcasters. So Spotify is a little looser. So it's like they're not so strict. So what we do is like I'll take certain clips and then I'll put it in the video, and Spotify won't even bat an eye. They be like, all right, bitch, put your shit. And I appreciate you, Serena. I hope your podcast is doing well. You can put the title of the podcast and where can the people on here can listen to it. I definitely appreciate that. That's awesome. That is so dope. So with Spotify, you're able to actually they won't care if you even put music on there. My biggest thing I always wanted, I love anime OPs, I love anime endings, I love anime soundtrack, I love music. So one thing that I'm very frustrated that I can't talk about OPs, I can't talk about anime endings. I could talk about it, but I can't sing it. Yo, even if you sing it, TikTok is gonna be like, not TikTok, but YouTube's gonna be like, bitch, that's not yours. Blocked. And what happens is you can't put up the episode. So now I gotta go back and edit and check that song out. And after I spent like maybe 15, 30 minutes trying to put the song like directly in the area where I need it to be, and now I gotta take it out. It's just frustrating. I hate editing. It's a skill. And I'm glad I learned this skill. So like, just in case, I want my podcast to be big. I want it to be big. I want it to be picked up. Okay, hold on. Let me write that down. What platform is your podcast on, so I can listen to it? So, hold on, right? I'm such a geek. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about, putting stuff on YouTube. But I feel like with podcasting, you have to put your shit on YouTube. YouTube is because when you apply for press passes and you want people to know you're on Spotify. Okay, perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are on here, don't forget to check out my girl Serena's podcast, Serena N2D podcast. I can't wait. I'm excited to listen to it. You're going to make a new episode soon. Take your time. Take your time. Because this is... And let me tell you, the worst thing about doing a podcast, right? Like I said, the editing. But the editing that bothers me the most, the part about editing that bothers me the most is that when we do the podcast, it's actually three of us. It's Derby and Bree. When we sit down and we do the podcast and we talk and we chill, the problem that I have is like we'll just go on talking, and it be a whole vibe. And it be like 3 hours in. And I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta edit this. Like we gotta cut close. And it's great for Patreon. It's great that you could put it on Patreon, and then, the people who are supporters of the podcast can watch you and watch your behind the scenes stuff. You could call it behind the scenes. But when it's time to edit, that's the shit that fuck with me. When it's time to edit and you gotta like do all this shit right here. First of all, shout out to DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is a lifesaver. It's a free program. I think everybody should get one. So yeah, everybody should down. If you're into podcasting, you should do it. As a matter of fact, if you are in a space where you just want to talk and vent and just find people in your community that can relate, I suggest anybody can just go on live and do it. If you like that, start a podcast. There's nothing wrong with it. It's dope. It's fire. I have fun doing it. It's really like a game changer for me. It's my peace dealing with work, husband, kids. Life can really be lifing. And sometimes like this is the only thing I have to like, this is therapeutic for me. I get to say what I want to say and just be unapologetically black and nerdy. And that's my space. That's my zone. When I get in that zone, nobody can say anything to me. Like I'm just like a phoenix. I'm just like, you can't tell me shit. So, but yeah, I really do. Thank you, Serena. I really do want more POCs and my black nerds to come out and claim your space in this fandom. I feel like the reason we don't have proper representation in the fandom that we love is because we're not being heard and we're not, claiming our right in this space. So let me be, I know it sounds kind of like repetitive, but I'm just going to say this. Remember this. If you don't remember anything from this live, remember this. If you are into anime, if you're into comics, just remember the reason this shit is mainstream right now is because of black people and POCs. We definitely made this shit poppin' all day long. We are trendsetters. We may not control, or are able to gatekeep our culture, but we may not be the biggest consumers, but we are the trendsetters. I'm going to tell you that right now. So it's only right that you make your voices heard in this space. So during COVID, we sat there. We was like, damn, what are we going to do? Anime. Damn, what are we going to do? Read manga. Damn, what you going to do? One Piece. So that has been definitely a game changer for me. But I've always grown up loving anime. So I just it just made it now where people, I mean, now that people are really getting into it and getting into themselves and knowing, going to different avenues and experimenting other source of entertainment, I, feel more free because now I'm finding my people who are coming out and saying, hey, I've been watching anime for X amount of years, or I just started. I love that. I love that. I love finding my people. I love to be able to wear my merch and my drip, anime content based, and then people like, do you watch that? I was like, yeah, I watch that. Do you watch it? Of course I watch it. Why not? So I love it. But like I said, the thing I don't love right now is the editing. I'm not gonna hold you. You know what? I love that for Megan. I love the fact that Megan was able to take her reality star, like take her exposure and then turn it into, like, she really took that space and made it her own with her podcast. And I love and I think she's great at it. I think she's great. Yeah, I love my favorite anime fashion designer, like the brand I love was Nami Wear. And there's another brand that I really, really love that we had an opportunity to interview, but it just didn't fall through. It's not Nami Wear. It's another brand. The creator of the brand, his name is Jordan. I actually got a chance to speak to his mom too at Anime NYC, which was so dope, but he was nowhere to be found. But his mom was so inspirational to me. I actually spoke to her while I was I was 7 months pregnant. And I was just asking her, like, yo, how does it feel to have a son in this space? Like, you want to protect them. Because I knew I was having a boy. But the scariest thing is raising a black boy. Because of, So, to see this man step in and create his own space and was able to, just have the dopest merch, the dopest gear. And he was able to just do all types of stuff. And I was just like, wow, this is like awesome. But I knew for a fact, like, you couldn't just come up to your parents and be like, hey, I want to create clothes. And they'd be like, okay with it. Not all black parents are going to be okay with it. That's what it is. Hype land. Yes. So not all like me. The reason I love anime so much, the reason I love comics so much, growing up, I was an artist and I was heavy with the lead. I was, my medium was like pencil, lead, chalk. And I was really, really good. Emphasis on the word was, because I kind of stopped. And the reason I stopped, and I don't blame my parents for this, is because my parents being West Indian didn't believe in, I would make money in that medium. Which is fine for them to think so, They're first generation, coming into this country, and they just saw me not actually making it because of how the world operates. And at first I kind of resented them for it, but now I'm in a space where I'm older and I realize this is what they know. So they had no choice but to try to protect me. So I'm not mad at them for that. Not at all. So, but Serena, if you're still on here, I want to ask you something. Let me know if you could still hear like, Candace. Ladies and gentlemen, Candace has entered the chat. So if you guys don't know, Candace is an amazing artist. She actually designed and revamped our layout for our logo and everything. So if you want anything, she'll help you with your web page. She'll help you with your Twitch, your Restream layout. She is amazing. So message her. She's right there. You see her, Candace Seda Design. So try to get in contact with her if you can, because, you know, she's doing big things. She's doing big things. So, you know, her schedule's very busy. So, hey, boo, how are you? I missed you. Yeah, that's my girl, man. She's been such an inspiration. Every time I see her, she's like, girl, you need to pick up that pencil. I know. Serena, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ever need anything done to promote your podcast, she will sit there and come out with anything possible that is guaranteed for you to get more followers and more listeners. Candace is definitely that one. And she would sit there and she would talk to you and she would give you all this advice. She has a degree, and I think she has a degree. Candace, what's your degree in? Because I think you have like 2 of them things, 2 or 3 by now. I think one of them was business. No, I think it was it architect design? Well, hold on. Let me see. There it is. Sorry, Candace. Architecture. I'm sorry. But I feel like the way she's so professional. I feel like I think she was a business major. It's just the way she just like, and then the way Candace speaks to you, she talks to you because she wants to see you win. Like, you ever get that feeling when you talk to somebody and they're like, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, Z. And then you're like, I never thought of it that way. Thank you so much. So I appreciate Candace so much. Really? Thank you so much. Thank you, DJ. Oh. Now I'm glad, you know what's so funny? And I say this over and over again. When we record and the podcast is out, I generally think that nobody listens to it. I see the numbers, but I'm just feeling like nobody listens to it. I go in the mindset like I'm recording for something for myself so I can listen later. Yes, I listen to my own podcast. Yes, I listen to my voice. I know. I'm weird. I know. I'm obsessed. So I know. I love that, Candace. I love that about you. Friends like that, they don't come around a lot, so you try to keep them close. When you going through stuff and you just seeing Candace, you saw how I paused because I know how much she pours into all her friends. Like, everything she does for not just for herself, but everybody around her. Like, when she plans her trips, when she hangs out with her friends, and it's like everybody gets together and it's like Candace is the nucleus. Like, she brings everybody together in harmony. So I appreciate her for that. I really do. Oh, check out her merch too. She has great merch. She's the one that started the black straw hats. Like, how many shirts I got? I think I got 2. Bree got like 3. I've got many shirts. Did Derby get these shirts? But we love the material. She pays attention to detail. It's quality, top tier stuff. So definitely you guys should check her out. I appreciate that dope vibe. I'm glad you like listening to us, because that really gives me motivation to keep going and keep recording. Oh, I appreciate you stopping by. I know you're sleepy. I miss you, Candace. Love you too. Wait, I'm gonna give you one of these. But so for anybody that's listening on TikTok and on Instagram, let me know if you can hear this. I won't. With people like you, how can I stop? I appreciate you. Let me know if you can hear this. Let's say Dress Up Darling. So, ladies and gentlemen, Dress Up Darling. One of the most wholesome, beautiful animes you could ever. Stop playing with me. Stop.
I thought it was a poltergeist type joint. I was like,
talking
oh.
anime? What we talking?
I thought it was wholesome. I thought it was some good shit. I don't know. All right, so you can hear it. Thank you. Okay, so this is an episode where we're talking about. Okay, quick story. So we just had an event like a month ago, and in the event I was talking to some people, and we were talking about, of course, the conversation is what you're listening. I mean, what you're watching. We're all nerds. It's a Shonen Pump party, so you already know Shonen Pump. If you don't know Shonen Pump is like anime dance DJs where they throw parties, anime based, but a lot of reggae. It's like a Caribbean anime type vibe. And any party you go to with a Shonen Pump party is gonna be they have anime music, they have city pop, they have dance hall, they have Afro beats. They just recently had a dance hall party and it was let's just say I did not leave until they kicked us out because the vibe was vibing. They played anime OPs. It was just a time to be had by all. So long story short, so I'm sitting there and we're talking, and I'm like me, and then there's like three dudes, and we're talking about what we watching. And usually when it's dudes, you talk about, oh yeah, I'm watching Windbreaker, I'm watching Kaiju number 8. I'm like, the basic shonen shit, right? So here's the thing. I'm not thinking these guys watch anything outside of shonen. I do, but I it's guys. So I'm just like, I bet. One dude out of nowhere was like, yeah, but are you watching something about how to please Elf Bride, right? That's a romance slice of life. This dude out of nowhere just said like a random anime, and it's a good anime. It's a comfort anime. And you should go. Shonen Pump is like, we sponsor a lot of their parties, and they're the ones that sponsor our karaoke events too. So you should definitely go to a Shonen Pump party if you can. So what's so funny is that I'm sitting there, I'm like, nigga, did you just say that anime? And he all the guys came together with like, oh yeah, but have you watched this, that, and they're naming anime. I can't think of the names right now, but they're naming dead ass. They're naming like slice of life romance animes, and these are the hardest, thuggest niggas you ever met. I feel stupid because I judged the book by their cover. I shouldn't be doing that, but damn. So I decided to talk about that with one of the guys that we were talking to. Actually, he's one of the DJs from Shonen Pump. So his name is Jin. So I asked him to be part of the episode. So the title of the episode is called Real Men Watch Slice of Life 2. So I just thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. So you know what? I'm glad you do. A lot of people don't go beyond shonen, which is a little disappointing. But I mean, you like what you like. But I feel like anime is such a wide range and such a big variety. And growing up, I'm a little older, so some of the animes that I didn't have access to. So it's like my titles were limited unless I was going, to those spots. Those spots where they were selling VHS cassette anime, So the fact that we have like access to almost every genre you could possibly ever want to listen to, watch, even hentai, like you should. Not everything has to be about fighting. So I feel like with anime being accessible now, I feel like you should dive into all the genres just to see what you like. And if you don't, that's fine. At least you tried and you realize that, hey, there's other stuff out there. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Yes, shonen is very nostalgic, and that's why a lot of people dive into it because it's like safe, you know. But I like a good seinen. I like a good adult, you know, real story behind like an ass. I mean, I love an ass whooping, but I like purpose behind it. I just don't want flash and lights and stuff like that, which is like, you know, I don't mind it, you know. It's just that I kind of want more substance in my anime. Like, yeah, I kind of want more story, you know. Thank you so much. Maybe I'll go on live more often. I don't really do this. So I'll definitely go live more often to talk to you. And Serena, it was a pleasure. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I will definitely check out your podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, if you get a chance, check out Serena's podcast. It's called Serena N2B Podcast. It's on Spotify. So you will be hearing from us. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's a good question. What is an anime character that represents me in real life? I really don't know. I really don't know. I've watched so many, I really don't know. I feel like there's a lot. Like, if I could put all of them in the ball, there's a lot that just makes sense that look, I would do something like that. I just can't think of any right now. But that's a good question. That's a good question. Let me see. I don't know. I'll get back to it when I think of something. But that's a very great question. Thank you, Jewel. Thank you. What are you watching? You know what I actually finished watching? The anime that I actually finished watching was Sign of Affection. That is really that threw me for a loop. I was not ready for that one to be really, really good like that. That shit was fire. Sign of Affection is really dope. Another romance anime that I wasn't expecting to be really good is A Condition Called Love. Yeah. What's up? Hey, Planet of the Nerd. How you doing? So yeah, so I wasn't expecting A Condition Called Love to be really good. I didn't think it was going to be anything. So I watched the first episode and I was like, oh my God, this is not just your cutesy anime. It's like really thought out. I love the characters. They have depth to them. They're more than just being cute. So there is an innocence about both of them, which I do like. And I love the fact that they're exploring what love really is to them personally. Because I feel like to them, they know that love, they've never experienced this, so they don't know what it is. In them finding what love is, they're also finding out more about each other and themselves as a partner, as an individual, if that makes sense. I got all that from 6 episodes, and I'm just like, they got me by the wrist. So I can't. Yeah, it's been it's good. It's really good. So, yeah, if you get a chance, try that out. So I really should be editing this episode. I'm really not. I know I'm not, but I know I should. I really should. This is horrible. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm not editing nothing, and this is terrible. It is. It's terrible. And I know my husband's like, you know, this should be done. You should have done this already. And I'm not doing it. And I don't know why, but I'm not. But I should. I really should. So I really should. what was your okay? If you guys are listening to me on, oh, okay, most of you guys are on my Twitter or my X account. Okay, that's cool. If you guys have any questions, new comments will display here. I'm trying to figure out how this restream works, so don't mind me. So what was your first anime? We're not going to DreamCon this year. We went last year, and we actually had a panel last year at DreamCon. We are going to sit this one out. I feel like, man, it costs a lot of money, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. We had press passes, which, yeah, we had press passes, which was pretty nice. But to get a hotel, because we're New York based, so to get plane tickets and to get a hotel for the weekend, and you're spending money. But if you are going to DreamCon, don't forget to go to a Shonen Pump party. I think Shonen Pump is throwing an event in DreamCon. I mean, they're doing an after party. Yeah, the money you spend, bruh, it's like, whoo. I think we planned out that event with some of our Patreon money, but most of it really came from, oh my God. Oh, what's up? Oh, gang, 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 gang. You supposed to be in the gym right now. I know you live and eat. You sleep and eat in the gym. Like, what's up? Oh, yeah. So we're not going to DreamCon this year. We will be at Anime NYC. DreamCon was great. We actually got a chance to speak to one of the creators of the Boondocks. We had an interview with him. That should be on our YouTube. You can go check that out. You coming in from outside. Okay, so where are you from? Like, where do you live right now? Since you just congratulations on your new place. All right. So, okay. So, let me know when you're there so we can go to a Shonen Pump party. Shonen Pump just got picked up for the after party for Anime NYC. I want all my peoples to come. You should come. If you're coming to Anime NYC, if you're in New York, go check out Shonen Pump. It's a time to be had. It's great. Hey. What's up? But yeah, going to DreamCon definitely put a hole in our pocket. I was definitely eating ramen noodles when I came back, like for a couple of days. It was whew, it was a lot. It was a lot. You live in Alabama? So did you get a chance to go to MomoCon? Is MomoCon in Atlanta? I'm not sure. I forgot. I don't know. I know there's an anime con in Atlanta. I might be off. I don't know. I might be off, but let me know. So MomoCon is in Atlanta. Okay. How far is Atlanta from Alabama? Ooh, okay. There goes another con that you could check out. Is it far? What up, Ghoul King? So I'm definitely into, like, if you can go to the big cons, because I feel like DreamCon is a big con. Like, when we finally got press passes to go to DreamCon, we couldn't believe it. It was, oh man. It was one of the better smelling cons, I'm telling you right now. It was a time to be had. I love DreamCon. It's just that that's a lot of planning. And That's a lot of money. And now that they're raising the prices, and now like if you have a panel at DreamCon, they want you to still pay like your ticket for having a panel, which I don't quite understand. So, yeah. Really? Okay, that's cool. Really? You doing your panel again? I heard your panel was crazy. Crazy. Oh. You went definitely said a couple of sermons in there. That was dope. Yeah. But if you get a chance, I mean, it's definitely an experience worth having. You should definitely save up your money to go to these cons. I think you should. But if you don't have it, you don't have it. I don't think you should go crazy. Because even with press passes, we dished out a lot of money just to be in those spaces, which was wild. It was wild. It was wild. So. So I'm trying to edit this bad boy.
I wouldn't say Dress Up Darling is wholesome. I wouldn't call it wholesome.
That are a little not wholesome.
We stand Gojo-kun. I don't care.
Okay.
Protect that boy at all costs.
All right. It's not, okay, Gojo was
yes, protect them.
There's some family members, if they walk in, you're going to have some explaining to do. All right?
That's what I mean. Yeah, if your mom walks up behind you, can you trust her to
like
Dress
the
Up
whole
Darling?
sweat is inside the cleavage bit? Is like,
Not the sweat.
I mean, that was a scene.
I put it to anime bullshit 101. If you've been in the trenches of anime for long, you know there's random ass sexuality that just pops up out of nowhere. It's just basically what you're willing to tolerate at one given point.
This is beyond, like at this point, this is beyond like panty shots. This is like real.
No, they're getting creative with it.
They get very
creative.
Because the way the sweat drops down in the crease,
and I'm like, why is that
sweat? Circumference, titty sweat, all of that. We talked about that during that season.
They made titty sweat sexy.
They did.
And I'm over here like, why is that sweat sparkling? Like the animation is really good on that sweat. Like you really you put budget to the titties?
I mean, they put a lot of budget to titties, but there's also a lot of budget to other stuff. Because you remember that beach episode where they just go to the beach, skip school, and we just see the water running over them.
Same. Yeah. When you saw the water and you saw his toes, I was like, "What, Jamaica?" Like it just looks so beautiful. The art was beautiful. As a matter of fact, even the disrespect. The first episode was beautiful, but the disrespect. You're in college? Congratulations. I hope you do well in all your endeavors. That's a big step, going to school and leaving your mom's house. I would have been like, damn, that's a lot on my plate. I knew for a fact going to college I was not going to leave my parents' house. I was going to stay there until I finished, and I didn't have the money to do so. So kudos to you. I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you had the strength to get up, and yeah, that was a good move. You are my hero, sir. Ma'am. Sir. Ma'am. Hold on, let me make sure that I follow you. There we go. You got my support. You got my support. What is my favorite anime? Fist of the North Star is my favorite anime. It's about like apocalypto type sci-fi. Can I call it sci-fi? So there's a guy named Kenshiro. He is like a kung fu master, and he is going through the world that's going damn way to hell. Like I think a meteor hit it, and he's just fighting villains, protecting the innocent, and it's just so like you get to see how evil the world is. Like this anime is definitely not for kids. Just to show you how much I love the anime came out years ago. I decided to, if you can see right here behind me, this is issues 1 through 9, the manga. There's 25 issues. When I first saw, that was my first anime. When I first saw Fist of the North Star, it was an OVA. So I don't know if you guys know what an OVA is. An OVA is basically a movie where like they take a bunch of series and they make it into one movie, which is like 2 hours, and they probably take like maybe 10 episodes of that series. For years, I never knew that Fist of the North Star was a series. I thought it was just a movie. But when I found out it was a series, boom. Hold on, let me see. I've been sitting here talking and I haven't been using any of my shit. Hold on. I forgot I had that. Yeah, so my mind was blown, and then I dedicated just making sure I was able to watch every single episode, all 3. I think it's 4 seasons. It's really good. It's a great show. I can't get enough of it. So it's totally different. It's not connected to Saint Seiya. Saint Seiya is a good one too. That's another oldie and goodie anime. Good story. When she was like, hey, I'm trying to make my cosplays. When she okay, now I'm having issues here. He put that first shit on. For some reason. Multicam. There it is. All right, I think it's gone. Okay. Notice.
What the fuck did you do?
Motherfucker did not even notice that it didn't, like, that she was half naked. He said, first of all, who measured this? Why did it look like that on you? Where you get these numbers from? Why are you just continuing from back here?
You ever heard of an inseam
even.
That's why I'm like, protect this man.
What I'm doing right now is trying to edit our last episode. So I'm actually going from clip to clip. So basically right now, I have DaVinci up, and I actually have different angles of all 4 of us that are on the podcast, and I'm actually trying to go to each angle of the person who's talking. So I'm like zooming in and out, which is very tedious. It's a lot of work. This is the part I hate about having a podcast, because this right here can definitely drain you. I've been putting this off for at least 2 weeks, so we haven't had an episode out for 2 weeks. And I'm actually sitting on 2 episodes. So we had this one and we had another one, and none of them are done editing. Like I didn't finish editing any of them. So I can't wait to get enough money to have somebody else do the editing. I want to be that type of big where I have somebody on my payroll where I could just be like, okay, done. Edit this, please. That would be great. So that's what you're hearing in the background. So it's not on. Yeah, my podcast is on YouTube, but this episode is not on YouTube yet. Hopefully I'm done editing tonight and I'll put it on YouTube in the morning. Yeah, listen, the way he burnt her and she looked like she was tearing up. If emotional damage was a button that I could press right now, that's a perfect time to press it, because she crumbled and fell apart. The animation was beautiful. The art style immaculate. The little Asian dolls that his father.
Oh yeah,
beautiful, stunning, beautiful. Gorgeous. But if we're going to talk about the nasty shit, let's talk about the hotel scene. I've never heard the fact that they incorporated the next door motherfuckers that was having sex. And then you heard, come in outside. Like you heard all that next door. It was just.
They know where they went.
I mean, for
Jessup
me,
Darling is dope.
for me,
I love Jessup
for
Darling.
teenagers, we've all gone through some horny shit.
It.
But I agreed. Like I was just like, oh, this is happening. Okay, enemy bullshit. All right.
And then they gave us an episode 12 with fucking fireworks. I gotta say, if there's one thing I hate in anime, it's fireworks. I'm sorry. I'm scarred. I'm scarred because of Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. I won't go into details, but
that really fucked me up.
So in episode 12 of fireworks pissed me off. But you know what's the thing about this anime? When we say, real men can watch stuff that's not just battle shonen, there's some low-hanging fruit for you. Like, you don't have to go immediately to soft, quickly, fluffy, magical girls. You can get something like this and still brag and say, yeah, I watch romance anime.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I'd have to look you in the eye and say, that's fair. That's a good one.
That's when you know the world is changing. The fact that you bring up Windbreaker and out of nowhere you come up like, yeah, but did you watch this? Because my emotion, I was like, yo. On the Shonen Pump party. That's how you know Shonen Pump are getting together. Because I was not expecting this. And this is why this episode needed to happen. So we finished.
I think the same homie caught a dub somewhere. So homie was emotionally expressing himself. And
he was a great gentleman, even though he was drunk. He was a great gentleman.
Right. Sierra,
he expressed to us that he was like a listener for years since getting together. Because I was not expecting this, and this is why this episode needed to happen. So we finished.
I think the same homie caught a dub somewhere. So homie was emotionally expressing himself. And
he was a great gentleman, even though he was drunk. He was a great gentleman.
Yep.
He expressed to us that he was like a listener for years since the pandemic, and I was just like, brother, don't do that to me.
Don't do that.
Don't do that to me. I was like, I appreciate you, sir.
But
shout out to him.
But I Jessup Darling, like, also gave me kind of like a peek into like the cosplay world and stuff like. Because I'm surrounded by y'all now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it's like I'm learning a lot of things about what y'all go through and stuff. So like I'm seeing Goju and I'm like, oh, you a talented motherfucker, because my friend was crying about this last week. Like,
very intense what they do.
Bro, like the story's good and it's amazing. And Shorty fell in love with him. And that's the other thing. I think what I got more into it, and it kind of attests to like my taste in anime, is I like shit with that kind of puts a spin on the anime. Or the type of genre. Like me, one of my favorites is Isekai, but I'm not on every Isekai because there's like every 2 seconds. Like I like spins on stuff, like reincarnated like a slime, Seventh Prince.
Seventh Prince, go crazy.
Reborn to master my magical ability. Sorry. You were saying.
But that's what I'm saying. So like with Jessup Darling, it wasn't like Goju, like the male protagonist being head over heels and all that other shit.
He wasn't
like I mean, he
tried his best to be respectful because he noticed she was hot, and then he said, "Hold on, no, this is important to her. She's not here for me to like see her up or have thoughts. She's here so I can help her out.
Editing
so I can make this. She's serious about this, and I want to be serious for her."
No, y'all missing the point. His first love was that doll, that headpiece he had in his pocket.
That is fact.
Dirty, no?
Place.
She's second place. Thank you. That's
all right, but still.
Jessup Darling.
But still.
That's his first head. Pause.
Oh, wow.
I mean.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. The diddler strikes again.
Oh, my God.
But. No, like. But it was kind of refreshing that.
No, I understand.
Especially as a straight male, seeing a girl, or what I perceive a girl's version of romance in that thing, of falling first and all that other stuff. And I'm like, oh, you're a dweeb too. I love this. Like, I really like this.
You are just like me.
Yeah, she's the most popular girl in school. As a matter of fact, she falls into that category where those girls that tan and a little provocative.
The yahoos.
Yes. Yeah. So she's popular for being pretty and stuff, but she does love anime. And like I don't think she came out with saying that she liked it to her friends because none of them cosplayed.
Yeah.
It's when she met Homeboy, and I think they were talking about, like, he was talking about, like, you know, doing costumes and stuff like that, or the doll industry.
He was sewing.
Nah, he was sewing.
Yes, you're right. He was sewing, and then she said, "Bet, nigga, I got this shit. I gotta go through in a month." And this is what I started off with. The nigga said, "Throw the whole thing in the trash." Everything in the trash. I like it.
You ain't shit. Your mama ain't shit.
Everybody ain't shit. The yarn, everything ain't shit. What you just put together was a piece of shit.
Okay, but he didn't mean to be mean about it.
Nah, he did.
He did.
The second he realized, he was like, "Dang, I just ripped her apart." My bad.
Yeah, I mean, he apologized.
After what he said, but he still said it.
I mean, it was the professional in him. I get it, because sometimes, like, I listen to certain things and I'm like, that wasn't it. Like,
it was hilarious.
You hype, and this wasn't it. Like,
exactly. But you know what? I do understand when you're saying when it comes to like the storytelling. It wasn't in your face. It wasn't obvious that these people were going to be. I mean, we had a hint, but the way they started off in the beginning, you were like, "Oh, this is new," right? So, and then they're completely different, even though they have that one common interest.
Yep.
You can have an interest with somebody and be completely different and still be like, "Oh my God, this person makes me want to do more. This person makes me want to thrive in my passion." And not only that, she's in what I love so much. She's a part of what I love so much. And that is being a better creative, being better at making these dolls, making these costumes. I upped. And do you understand? The nigga leveled up. He was making dolls. Yep. And now he's trying to transition and making it into like full-size costumes. Like, he looked back at each costume, even though he lost sleep. Yep. He looked back at every project and he became the photographer. Mm-hmm. He became everything, the editor, everything. And he was just like, oh, prop, everything. And he just stepped out of his element. He was shy, soft-spoken, but the way he snapped at that bitch if things went wrong, no, bitch. Like, I loved it. It was a great story. It was a little something new in the romance department because it was fresh. It was fresh. Yeah. I like it. It was refreshing. It was beautiful. I don't like the Maybelline episode for obvious reasons, but we're going to leave that alone.
Okay, so what's next on the list?
The next anime that's on the list is Apothecary Diaries.
Oh, you're whipping out the big one right now?
Yeah, I'm pulling out the big guns. I'm pulling out the big guns. I'm pulling out the big guns.
Anytime if I'm talking to a guy and he just says out of nowhere, Apothecary Diaries, unprompted, bow down, applause. You get the gold medal sticker.
You did it.
Just well done.
Oh my God.
No action, no fighting. Female main character.
I mean, there was a little bit of fighting. She lost. No, there was fighting. She lost.
That's not a fight. That's just a beatdown. That is not a fight.
It is not a romance anime.
I don't even think that guy thought he was about to hit her.
But I did say a disclaimer.
He looked back and said, "Oh shit!"
But not Apothecary Diaries is not a romance anime, but it's not a typical anime that.
The reason I feel like Apothecary Diaries falls in this category because it's not your typical, the main showcase of shonen demographic. Not demographic,
I don't know
genre.
What demographic is. It's one of those things that doesn't really fit cleanly into anything. It's just damn good.
It's it's
nothing but quality.
Yeah, it's a it's a fantasy historical mystery. Drama mystery.
Yeah, they call it drama. Well, from my anime list, they call it drama mystery.
I mean, it's a lot of fucking drama.
Yeah.
Yo, it is messy. It is messy.
It is messy. It is messy. Do you know it's two studios that did it? No wonder it was great.
Yeah.
It was two studios.
No, just in general, massive spoiler alert. But go off. Yeah, just in general, I'm saying.
Oh, just go off?
I feel like we're going to go off.
Oh, we're going to go off.
Exactly,
right. Yeah. What two studios worked on this?
It's Toho Animation, and I think it's OLM.
OLM.
Oh.
Yeah. So they came together. I want to know who the director was because A1, sir. A1.
Oh, shit, they also worked on Odd Taxi. Yeah, and you know how Black Ramen loves Odd Taxi.
Wait, he did Odd Taxi?
because A1, sir. A1.
I'm assuming in my face. Wait, let me go back.
Because A1, sir. A1.
Oh shit, they also worked on Odd Taxi. Yeah, and you know how Black Ramen loves Odd Taxi.
Wait, he did Odd Taxi?
No, they all of them worked on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because I
thought you were saying it was the same director. I was
no.
I can see it. It's kind of like this slow investigation type.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bless them. Bless their hearts.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the way Apothecary Diaries took everybody by storm. So a lot of people, me personally, I wasn't gonna pick it up right away, but then the hype started building up on TikTok.
Yep.
When the hype started building up, because I'm pleased to say that almost every episode was a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just beautiful. And then finally, when we got a little bit into her backstory.
Ooh.
Incredible.
Chills. You saying, who's my mother?
Yo.
You saying, who's my daddy?
Yo.
And he can't see?
I think we all got scared shitless that 1 second and that one episode where her face just flashed across the screen.
Yo.
And that guy was like, hey, you know this person? Huh?
I remember it was a wild week.
Straight from the ring.
Like 2 other shows that just had mean mugs like this.
Oh,
and Apothecary just added to it just this 1 second flash of
loved it.
Fuck you, don't say that name in front of me again.
Yep. And the way homie was like, I've never seen her look like that ever in my life. Maybe I should refrain from saying that.
Again. Never saying this name again.
And he's like, I never want to see that again. I was like,
and you know what I love too? She gives me a little bit of Tanya the Terrible vibes, because when they found out she was smart and knew about something, because remember when she first gets into the palace after she gets, kidnapped, and they buy her out, she goes into the palace and she's like, this is a nice life. I get food and board, I'm good. And then when the babies were starting to get sick from the
lead poisoning.
The makeup. It was
Mercury.
Mercury. So she found out it was the makeup. She slipped a note to the baby mothers of the concubines and was like, "Hey, listen, stop wearing the L'Oreal number 6. You need to stop wearing that." One of the bitches was like, "Throw this paper out." The other bitch was like, "It's all right. I need to wear more sunscreen. I don't need to wear this no more." Mm-hmm. Her baby died. And then slowly but surely, no one knew who wrote the note. And then boom, homie was like, bitch, that's you, because you know why? You wrote it on your dress. You got a rip on your dress. You the only bitch in this palace that got a messed up dress. Everybody else take pride working with these concubines. You bitch, you don't. You ripped off your fucking dress when you could have asked me for a piece of paper. You could
have wrote it on the bed enough.
She was so tight when she got found out. She was like, yo, you could have just leave me alone, bro.
The way they caught her with just like, yo, if you could read this, stay behind. And everybody left. She like, yo, why? Oh, fuck.
I forget. I can't read.
Right. And you know what's so funny? This is why I say she reminds me of Tanya the Terrible. Because Tanya Terrible, all she wanted was just her pension, a desk job. Nice. She doesn't want to fight. She doesn't want nothing. All she wants is just her basic 9 to 5, come home, go to work, right? Same thing with Shorty. All she wanted was a decent job, make enough money to send back to the brothels so she could pay her debt. But we really find out what the debt is for. And that's another story within itself. The shit that happens in the palace with these concubines and the roles that these men play. The ones that are like eunuchs.
Yeah, they're all eunuchs in the palace, except for...
although we think there's one that might not be. I love the layers within the layers.
But we also don't know exactly which kind of eunuch. Because it turns out there's multiple kinds.
Yeah, the ones that they take off the balls.
And somewhere leave the dick,
and there's the one that leave the dick and leave the ball. Take the dick. And
it was a wild
time
for a night.
Just, some of those procedures you don't really. In those procedures, some of them you don't really make it out. Because for some reason, penicillin wasn't a thing. Like, infections, you use a hot metal on skin, and then you just think like, okay, cool, now you can work in the palace. Nigga, can I get through this fever first? Because I don't even know if I make it.
I think they let them after, it's not like after they 30 minutes after the procedure, it's like, hey, can you get this thing for me?
And then you just think like, okay, cool. Now you can work in the palace. Nigga, can I get through this fever first? Because I don't even know if I make it.
I think they let them after, it's not like they 30 minutes after the procedure, it's like, hey, can you get this thing for me now? Like,
but when we talk about Apothecary Diaries, another conversation needs to be had when they have a discussion on beauty, right? So when the eunuch, we don't really know if he's a eunuch or not. What's his name? Jinchi. So when Jinchi,
the clever boy,
the clever boy, he has a monologue where he talks about how, yes, the king thinks he has me, but I will be free. And I'm doing this because I am going to regain my freedom. And you're like, what are you talking about? What is this? Like, you have everything you could possibly want. You're gorgeous. Everybody flocks to you. You're in a high level position. You can move, come in and out and whatever. He has money out the woo-ha.
Yep.
And then, but yet you could tell he's still not happy. He doesn't know low key who his mom is, or does he? That's another story.
That's another plot twist.
Can't wait. But then when Shorty steps in the picture and he's like, I want to disguise myself because I want to come with you. And she breaks down and says, this man is gorgeous. Look at his skin. He smells good. Right?
Yep.
Yo, sometimes, oh man, I think this episode will drop, but there's some things I'm editing out. I think I go in too much when it comes to Apothecary Diaries because of the love I have for it. But I will be editing some of this. Some of this will be cut off. But if you want the raw video itself, I think I already posted it in the Patreon or whatever. But yeah, man. I'm not even halfway through this video and I'm just a little like, I'm exhausted. Just knowing that I have to put the opening and like the clips of the stuff that I'm talking about. I'm not gonna put all of them. Man, it's a lot of work, bro. It's a lot of work. But I'm glad you enjoying the episodes, DJ Dope Vibe. Are you an actual DJ? I don't know. I'm assuming you are since your name is Dope Vibe. That's multi-camera. I don't know why this reverts back to the multi-camera. You're a photographer. Okay, that's dope. Also, you should know about editing. This editing shit definitely is for, like, not for the faint of heart. This is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time for me to go. I think I'm done for the night, even though I procrastinated by talking to you guys and not really editing this shit. But thank you so much for tuning in to the live. I'm going to try to do this more often to talk to you guys a lot more. I'm trying to interact with each and every single one of you to know what you guys are into. What do you think of the podcast? I will. So I follow you. So if you don't mind, you can send me a message of send me your page. Okay. Hold on. Can I open that? I don't know if I can open it. Can I? No. Okay. I'm gonna pin it. I pinned it. But I'll definitely check out the page. Yeah, so for everyone that is watching the live, I greatly appreciate the fact that you are here. Thank you so much. I am trying to actually be able to get a lot more followers so I can go live on my TikTok, stream from TikTok as well, because that's a plus I would love to have. Thank you. And the new episode will be out shortly. So it's this episode. Real Men Watch Slice of Life Anime and Romance. And there's another episode I'm trying to put out. It's our spring anime check-in. So we talk about all the spring, and not all of them, but we talk about the spring animes that we were like obsessed with that came out this season. And yeah, I'm gonna really try my hardest to really put all this out. And thank you so much. I totally believe that's like that. I'm transitioning. I'm not transitioning. My goal is to make you guys watch more than just shonen. Thank you, Dope Vibe, for real. If anybody can watch a different genre than shonen, I appreciate you guys. Venture out. Put vegetables on the plate. Make the doodle slide. You need vegetables. That's how I look at it. Put more. So thank you again. Hey, Empress. My favorite cosplayer. The baddest to ever do it. But thank you. I will chat to you guys in a bit. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye.